Hi guys and welcome back to another episode of the 360 Pursuit. But today's a special edition episode where we're improving the look of my game room. We've all seen the game wall before. We've got a few front forward facing cases, but that's all about to change because overall I'm not happy with the display. It's boring me, the look of it. I've seen it so much, so long like this. We've got changes to be made. So I want to integrate into the wall my Gear Wall 3 box for the console and the E model box into the wall. Need to sort out the gaps in the shelf. Show you them in a minute. We do have room because we might have more forward facing on this wall, so more will be going over that wall over there where we've got our Connect and our bestsellers, but we've got room behind you from where we recently killed off Sony, GameCube, N64, got loads of spare space. We do have 3 spare shelves. And for Switch 1 and Switch 2, they've got loads of room for growth. So if I need to move my Connect bestsellers to behind the camera, that is a possibility. This video can be filmed over multiple days, so I can wait for more 3D printed brackets come for my F1 Speed Champion cars, which we have down this side of the Billy bookcase. We're also going to have on the Billy bookcase over there. I've got the Xbox collection on. For my spare cars, so integrate more Lego into the room. Have plenty of space out. And behind you on the top shelf is the Gear Wall steel books. If they need to go somewhere else, I can find home. Got a random Halo shelf with steel books and whatnot. That can find different homes. I can have another bookcase out in the hallway. I can put stuff on if needed. Or they might even just go from the collection. Anything's open for possibility to maximise how the 360 Pursuit will look. So I want that to look the best it ever has. So it's another one of these popcorn episodes because we're waiting on our bundle to come from Facebook. We've got more than half of the games I'm hunting for en route. So that's a massive help to that full PAL Xbox 360 collection. So we're going to go handheld mode. I'm going to show you the gaps. Pan over to that shelf, pan up, show you the shelf behind you. Then we're going to go time lapse where I take some of these games off the shelf. So we can see on this Billy bookcase, you can see it's not lined up properly, got this gap that gets bigger further you go down. The more you go up, it gets nice and tight, like you want it. No gap at all, but I'll sort that out throughout the whole bookcase, like there. They're not properly in line, so that's planned to be sorted. You see up here it's got a gap, but then it's right going down the middle until we get near the bottom. The gap reopens. But to solve that issue, I have bought myself a bunch of cabinet screws. One side I've got to drill a hole through the holes, and then just what the screw ties into the chamber and put it all together. What you use in your kitchen cabinets and whatnot. I'll leave a link to Screwfix where I bought mine from, because these will do the job. All I needed was a small drill bit, but because you have one of them, got some clamps to hold these together while I'm doing it. So, the plan for the Xbox consoles, on the top of the Billy bookcase I've got my risers, and I have one either side. So you can imagine you have one there. Still have some games in the middle. So have that top shelf with 360 on there. Some vintage figurines, but we're going to have a move around. Might even put the brickheads up there. Don't know, there's plenty of room to play for. And this is the other 360 bookcase you can see. Finish is there, and then we've got a spare shelf, 20 shred, so that can find enough home needed. Then we've got 2 loads of Connect, and bottom right there's the bestsellers, so they can move if required. The F1 cars, which I have down here, one in plastic or any 3D printed brackets. Got a bunch more coming, so I can have my cars going down here. I've got a few brackets coming to go there for the Technic cars I've got with McLaren, so I'll put them around here, fill this space out a bit more. So this is a Nintendo shelf, which I've also got the tripod on. So you've got at the top, it's just the steel books and some random figurines, so that's retail space available. But I've got all these cars still need putting up on the wall. That needs a new shelf in the office. But all these Technic cards can be hung up. That's a Halo shelf I've been mentioning. Keep getting shown off this Halo Reach limited edition I got from a trade shop for £1 because I was missing the game, but I picked the game up separately. So I've got all that space for news. So that is the plan for the room. We're going to crack on. It could be over multiple days, as I said. But first thing first is emptying the whole bookcase onto my dining room table and possibly a bit in my kitchen until I got the shelf cleared. So we've got to get the shelf sorted first before we start reorganising the collection. As we can see now, the 360 wall is empty apart from the 2 DVD buffers I need to have paid for very fat and back. Then we've seen it, big box. Just got that top shelf to remove. But the situation for the games is the whole dining room table is now covered in games. The spare 3 shelves I had for games are now stacks of games. So I had to remove the Halo display and my cards, but for the great good. There the cards come back, put it onto behind the sofa. So while I take off the top shelf, I just sort a few bits out, getting that all put together so it's nice and tight. So watching me doing that, I'll throw you back to past me on a random Sunday in Ipswich on a Get 360 hunt. We picked up 1 game. You can check out them clips now, and I'll catch you once the bookcase is all sorted. Come with me to Ipswich CX on a cheeky Sunday to pick up another 2 360 titles we need to start this episode, getting us down to into the final 100 Xbox 360 games towards a full power set. There are some items in the rucksack for trade. About 2 games hopefully to pick up. That'll put us exactly 100 before the next part of this on the big hunt. I don't know where we're going. Only time will tell, but let's get to that CEX on a Sunday. As you know, we only picked up 1 game from CEX in Ipswich because, as you saw in the footage, 2 games I was after. A £3 fishing game and another £15 game. Both cover reprints, so we're not touching them. We're not bringing them into the collection. But we did pick up 1. People always seem to have it as a collector's edition, but you don't see many people with it as a standard edition. We've got Deadfall Adventure, cost of £18. Some sort of adventure game, like some sort of adventure game with zombies and mummies. Don't know too much about it, but by Nordic Games, that's another one off the list, leaving us at 1,099 games to this point of this clip.
Day 2.
Welcome back to day 2 of Operation Game Room Upgrade. So far, we've got the Billy bookcases now a nice thin line. So the plan for today is we'll work on the top of the Billy bookcases and get the games back onto the main bookcase. So I'm just looking at them right now on the table, and on that other Billy, they're just still sitting there. They've been sitting there overnight. I've got a day off work, so we can get a lot done today. So our main aim is get this bookcase fully attached to the wall, get the risers on, and get the games back on in a nice displayed fashion. Still got a riser sitting there. They got to go back up there. Got to move them boxes out the way, get them on nicely. I want to try and clear my dining room table down and have my games back on here. I'll check in with you guys once I've got the risers. That attached properly to the wall. The risers are on. And we've got a few games back on the shelf so you can see the plan. Still had no postman yet arrive for my 3D printed Spain champion bracket. So that's going to be another day probably for them. But if we can get the main wall done today, that can be where we need to be by the end of today. This is all done. And all I've got left to do is crack on that, because that's another day's project, I reckon. Just rearranging that. So this one's going to take me the longest time to get sorted. So I'm going to crack on getting the top up. I'll check in with you guys in a bit. So as you can see, we've got the top 2 rows in now. You can see what I'm doing to the boxes. We've got the 360E and my Giza Wall 3 box. Top shelf, just framing the whole collection. You can see we've got first row, we've got Accurate Heart 3 limited edition 4 face, because that's some of the artwork. Some on my shelf up there. Still got the 360 3D printer side. We've got 3 Disney Infinity characters either side. 6 good ones there. We've then got first full rule games. We've got Blaze of Time forward face, because that's a very expensive grail to have. Got my 4 Lego brick heads in their original places. We're going to get these next 2 shelves done on time flap. As you see, we've still got all these Disney Infinity figurines to fix down the sides. I still want them on display. I like them at the moment. Got a couple more boxes for forward-facing games. These are just literally a stack of 8 empty DVD cases, sellotaped together. That's the right depth to have a game forward-facing without it falling backwards. And your game, if you want to play the forward-facing game, the games either side do not fall over. So say if you want to take that out, normally if you just had that by itself, these 2 will fall over, or push back, it will fall backwards. But that is got a 8 DVD case behind it, just keeps it in place. Can't see it, and it's a good way to fill that little bit of space so nothing falls over. If I can, I want to try and get this in the middle of my Halo game. I've got a Warthog picked up from a charity shop. Here's a RC car from 2009, so it's quite getting almost vintage. I think that'll look quite nice in the Halo lot if I can get that to work. But my Halo steelbooks, I'm hoping I get to keep them in the collection. But if I run out of room, they can go, because Halo's I do love Halo, but it's not my favourite Xbox franchise. If we all know, that is the Gears of War franchise. Has got all 3 limited editions there. So position you here to see time lapse of them 2 shelves. So we can see now, I didn't do the 2 rows as I'm going to do, I've done the 3rd row, but you can see more forward facing, sticks out more, doesn't feel too spine heavy, shop likes. I like these spines face forwards. So you got the Infinity figurines going down the side just to break it up. See, some of the ones we picked to go forward facing to Catherine with her alt cover. Very nice looking artwork. Death Ex Human Revolution still forward facing because it's a nice big box and it works there. Tried the Final Fantasy big box, but it doesn't, the artwork's not the greatest on that. It's all struggling with grain matter, keep her full facing. Lovely artwork on that. Look at that. Might have to find a way to keep her in play because the game's not tight, she falls over, so bit of play to do done for her to get her to stay perfect, but I don't want that artwork forward facing. I mean, when we now use this as a backdrop, it looks so much better because we've got more artwork on display. Just looks much nicer. Still got half the bookcase to go, don't get me wrong on that, because we still got all that to go. We've still got all that to put away. All that needs a home. Then we have to tackle that bookcase. So I'm going to crack on with this rest of this bookcase. Get me down to the floor. I'll check in with you once this bookcase is done. And then we'll see how we're doing. See if we've got time to attack the other side today or else have a later project. At the moment, we're looking like we can get this all done. Potentially start over there as well, which would be brilliant. If I need more of my DVD blocks, I've got cases in my Xbox Series section where I'll use the space out. They can be sacrificed for the greater good.
How can this be for the greater good? Shut it!
Of making this display look the best it can. They were there just so I could see how much space I was going to need. They can come out because it's not a big collection I'm adding to all the time. This is priority number 1, the 360 collection. So I'll catch you in a bit. We have completed the wall. The main wall, as you see, that's what you've seen before. Pan down. What I've done here, managed to fit my Halo Warhog in and hold the gap. I've got Halo Wars right at the back. That nice steelbook. In which for the Halo games, I could move ODST to the other side, so Halo Wars is next to Halo Wars. May do that still. Hitman still forward facing. How to get Lollipop Chainsaw forward facing. What game or art cover that is. Let's see, the last 2 shells are just spines only. The only one at this point not get forward facing was One Chibara Bikini Samurai Squad. But I mean, starting it down there, now there's a 3 game gap. And that just was awkward to fill. So you've got all the Guardians going down that side of the Billy bookcase. Got rest of my mob. Got Hawkeye, Black Panther, Ultron and Nova down here. Got a couple of random gaming related Funkos. Got the 2 Gears, the 2 Halo Funko Pops back in on that shelf. If we stand back, that is looking so much nicer now. Do you prefer that look of that layout? Let me know what you think about this wall in the comments down below. Does mean, after changing all them changes on that wall, got all these games which fitted on that bookcase, now need rehousing over on this Billy bookcase. So I reckon that's about a shelf to 2 shelves of games. So Tony Hawk's Red and the bestsellers may be leaving this wall. Connect wall, I don't know if that's going to stay on the shelf or if that's going to be moved as well. So I do have to connect a sensor box I would like to fit in with it. So we're going to see how that goes. I still need to put all my Formula 1 cars back on their grid. So I can put them back so away from now while I sort that out. So that is the current plan of attack. Finish off the main bookcase first, then attack that secondary bookcase, because when that's sorted out, I know where Connect, Bestsellers and Total Extras going. Probably be on this bookcase here, but that's a later problem. A few of the games on these shelves do not have any 8 game backers, so I'm going to have to make some of them up from my series shelf, going to have steel cases. That was just a nice little side project, wide display cases, but this always takes precedent for resources. Once I've got this lot, once I've sorted out the cases, that'll be done off camera. Then no need to mention that because it will be done. So nothing will go backwards like that. If I went down further down, they will fall over enough. That's a lot of hassle. So we're going to throw the F1 cars back onto the bookcase side. Then I'm going to need to remove Tony Hawk's Red, the bestsellers and the Kinect games. They're going to sit on the dining room table for now. And then after I've done that, I'm going to remove all 5 shelves of normal games, so I can start putting on the overflow from that bookcase to that bookcase. Then I can start working out how everything's going. There's a lot of moving around because I want to make this look the best it's ever looked. So I'll catch you once I'm halfway through that bookcase, I reckon. What I ended up doing, because I needed to move all these games out of the way before I put the overspill from the big bookcases. Just moved them all to the bottom so I can earn. When I start putting the new ones in, I'll just feed them back up. It's going to be so much easier than taking them from here, sticking them over to somewhere over there to bring them back over here, when I can just leave them here and move them up. Genius. I've got 2 more lines to move. So it'll get me to this one. And it'll give me like 4 shelves to work from. Don't know what going to be forward facing on this. We're going to have some forward facing. So I'm going to have them up forward facing more or less up to here. Before we get obstructed by that calyx unit, then free the not the accessible games to go from, but still utilise the shelves. So we're going to move all them down. start moving some across, and I'll catch in with you once we've got 2 free shelves set in so we can see how it's looking. Now, I've just got on with the bookcase. Can't remember the last episode, but the whole bookcase is done. So see at the top we've got our Star Wars Infinity figurines. Seeing it's now in the right place forward facing. Got Weather Shadow forward facing. I've got a great bargain on that. Not seen the episode. Go and find it. It's like episode 10 or something. Ridiculously cheap. 30 quid for when it was at £98. Bargain for that. Also got Super Street Fighter 4 Arcade Edition forward facing. Lovely artwork on that. Got the King of Fighters 13 forward facing. Nice anime artwork. No forward facing on this one. The whole shelf, there's no artwork that grabbed my attention. Now we've got you drawing in the right place again, back to where it should be. No, these are just getting the shelves in line with the collection unit, so nothing happened there. Down here we've got the remainder of the 360 collection, what got displaced. Still got Iron Man holding the spare control, got the Xbox Live Vision camera. Found a home for Halo Reach steelbook. Fits in there lovely. And I've made all my other steelbooks just sit behind there now. Feels that kept in lovely. The bestsellers ended up being in the same home they was in before we started this endeavour. So if we take a step back, that does look so much nicer now. What a great looking bookcase. Then pan over to the, see the card back on the wall. Pan over back to the main wall. That's looking much nicer now. Much more locked in, much more vibes I'm after. But we're not done yet. Still got all this purple stuff and Tony Hawk's Shred to home. There's the Kinect sensor box. I want to get that in the Kinect games. That'll look awesome with the Kinect games. Space we're working with is this shelf. See, I've opened that top shelf with a steelbook, so that's available for retail. Then we've got these 5 shelves I need from my Nintendo section. Then you've got 3 shelves down here. Potentially I could fit most of them down there. It is so much going to be that game's going to be the hard one to home. So I might put Kinect down there, and hopefully Shred fits up there. That's the aim. If not, I don't know what I'm going to do. Because that won't fit onto there and be displayed. It will be behind all them games, and what's the point of having it big box if you can't display it? But before I tackle that problem, I'm going to go for a break, play some games, just chill out before we tackle the last bookcase of this upgrade so far until the 3D printed Speed Champion hangers come. That will improve the game room ever more because we've got more things hanging up, get more Lego into the game room. Then it's all sorting out the office space after that, but that's a different video because I've got to order a lot of IKEA furniture for the game space. I want another Billy bookcase, easy enough, yeah. But I want glass doors, might need shelves. I need to improve the collection underneath my desk because I need drawers and doors. I want a TV unit for that spare TV in the room as well. So there's still a lot of upgrades to come until this game space is locked in. I'm going to make myself a coffee, sit down, regroup and plan how we're putting this purple chaos on a shelf. Right, that's me all caffeinated now. I'm going to attempt to get the Kinect games on nicely. I'm going to put them on first, then we're going to work out what we're doing with that Tony Hawk Shred big box. We've got 2 options. Option 1, it fits onto the Billy bookcase, lovely, you have it displayed. Option 2, it goes behind all the other big box games. So we got it, just won't be displayed because I've got no room to display it nicely. We'll find out which way we go, but we've got to get the Kinect stuff on first. Let me know where the purple cases end and what spaces we've got to work with. Alright, let's go and crack on with it. Right, so we've got the Kinect in, which looks like the look at it. You've got the big box EA Active 2, we've got the Kinect sensor bar next to Kinect Adventures. It looks quite nice. We've got Power Rangers forward facing. Still got a gap, we could put one more forward facing really, and have enough room on the shelf to fill 3 shelves, which will look quite nice. But then we've got the issue of Tony Hawk Shred. So at the moment, what we use Switch and Switch 2 in nice order. Do have that top shelf available when we get to it. But the only problem is that F1 2009 big box is way bigger than a normal case, and that's a normal case gap up there. I've got two options. I could either put Wii U up there, which is all normal cases, but then go Wii U Wii, which doesn't make 100% sense. I want F1 2009, the big box will go, means I'll lose that whole shelf. And then do I really want to lose a whole shelf for one game? That's annoying. Or I could go at the end of the Wii section, but then the problem is, it's not in alphabetical order, and I like it all in the right alphabetical order, so we're in a conundrum here. We just have that wasted shelf. Do we utilise it? Lose a mini shelf, which is not, it's only got figurines on, which I can live without. Then everything stays in order. Now I've moved Connect up by one. Give me that bottom shelf to store big box stuff on. Like Tony got shredded because that's laid down there flat ways. Won't be fall upright. Because the gap, that's a current conundrum we're on. How do we fit Tony Hawk Shred onto the wall without jeopardising the look of all the games? The top shelf is handy for the collectible figurines, but if I have to lose it, I have to lose it. So I want to keep my Nintendo systems going in chronological order. This just makes sense if you're playing, you want Wii U makes sense going that way, not Wii U Wii. You've got to have the switch in the right order. So that's the conundrum I'm facing. Or do I just put it or do we just stick it behind me and see what happens from there? Until we look into it, try a few things, I'm not going to know. But I am happy with how the Kinect is looking. You have to let me know in the comments down below what you think of the current layout, because I do appreciate feedback. But that makes the Kinect seem a bit nicer than just a random subset thrown it away. So all the Kinect stuff together. At least I've got all my Xbox 360 boxes with the games, which makes it feel nice, I believe. So I'm going to chew on the Tony Hawk Shred box, work out how the hell where it's going to go. I'll catch back with you lot in a week. Right, so what I've gone with in the end was got rid of that top shelf. Just so I'm going to start way at the top, keep everything chronological, because of F1 2009 being such a big live box. Even putting the top shelf, what was I going to fit there? Tiniest gap in the world. What going to do for me? Move into the Wii. Yoshi and Luigi stayed where they were. Most of the Nintendo knickknacks are on the same shelf, just different things behind them. Move to the Wii U, Switch. Then Switch 2. I've really got one game physically so far. I've got the box. Got my Pro controllers. Put the Wii Sap in there, because I don't know where it to go really at the moment. The Neon McLaren Formula E car. No, Extreme E car. Didn't order the right bracket for that, so that's sitting on that shelf until I order that bracket. That won't be in this video. And Kinect moves up the shelf. It's the Disney figurines. That's there. I might need to get a storage box for them. Store them in. But I also went with Star Wars forward facing, so it's 3 full shelves of Kinect. Then Tony Hawk Shred is displayed, accessible with Deadpool and a Game Over mug. I like the fact all my games are accessible. You don't have to move things around to get to a game you want to play. So that's why I had to lose that shelf. Keep that momentum going. So just a quick overview for the end of day 2. Done quite a bit today. Got this bookcase done. And we've got this one done. And the other Billy. So they're all looking nice now. I managed to place Big Daddy there. Everyone needs a Big Daddy. There, because best I just don't have enough to fill a whole shelf, but there's no point forward facing up. I said it's only green. It's at the bottom shelf, so it's outside, out of mind, but at least I've got that set. Almost done. So all left to do for day 3, once it arrives, is when the Speed Champion wall brackets arrive, I can, on that Billy, add the 3 new ones I've got picked up. Start of March, going there, I'm going to bring in the 4 older ones I have in my office. There's I'll have all the Speed Champions. I'll do that in release order. That can be how I categorise them. Then down there I'm going to put my Lego Technic pullback McLaren Formula E car and my pullback Mercedes cars on that bit of wall. The Extreme E car, I don't know where I'm placing that yet. I need to order a bracket for it, so see, it won't fit onto a Speed Champion bracket. The other 2 Technic cars will fit onto them fine. I've tested and tried, so at least we can get them cars up on display looking minty fresh. So these are the 5 cars I need to hang up once my brackets are I'm going to just place them on the shelf, keep them safe. Out of the way. There's my baggies. Oh, I told you I have a stock baggie, so they'll go back on the bookcase underneath the car. Just keep them out of the way. I'll probably put them there. Just move the controllers and just space them on there. At least they're safe then. I'll catch you beautiful people for day 3 for improving the game room. That's once my orders arrived.
Day 3.
It's day 3 of improving the game room, and today the postman has been, which only means one thing: my Speed Champion bracket to display the rest of my Speed Champion Lego set has arrived. So then we can finish the improvement to the game room. So we have another that wall there. We've already stuck one on. Actually got the Apex GP car at the bottom. Going to remove the kickstand and make that an Audi. So then it's updated. I might actually leave it so I'd like all the cars that match with the wing eyelet. So I may leave it as it is because it'll match all that one season car. So maybe just leave it as is because it'll look nicer like that. And then the plan is all the new Speed Champions get thrown on that wall. I'll start with the safety car and go in release order. Then the Technics are going there. As you see, it's getting late. So Technics may be done tomorrow. But I may just do it anyway. Fuck it. So we'll get them done first. And then we can get that wall. Then we get the Technics on. So this is all the sets I need to add in. The 2 Technic cars I can add today because they fit onto the brackets. The Extreme E car needs its own bracket. So we've got the Lego F1 Academy, got the Audi, the Mercedes, the first McLaren, and you got the Aston Martin double pack. So I'm going to put them in release order. Like I've done with that one, they're going to be helmets on instead of how I've got them on this little podium. So we're going to crack on with this. I'll check in with you guys once they are on there. Speed Champions are up on the wall. You see, we did get the safety car on. And then we've got the Mercedes, McLaren, Aston Martin, the F1 Academy, and the Audi. The way I managed to either modify the bracket for the safety car from the F1 Speed Champions bracket, because that little raised bit there I've cut off. So then it slides into the wheel bracket. As you can see, hopefully, you can see it's jammed in there, but it doesn't move. So now they're on the wall. Well, I wanted to put the Technic cars, unfortunately, only had one spot to put a bracket in, and that was straight onto a stud. So they're not going to work there because I've got a lot of plugs there, cables, I don't know which way they're running, so that's going to have to be a picture, a canvas or some sort of picture there. So I've ended up putting my 2 Technic cars I'm going to hang up underneath my Jill Flynn Harty shirt. We got the Neon McLaren Formula E car and the Mercedes W13 pullback. See, they look quite nice like that. The Neon McLaren Extreme E car to go either side of these 2 cars, which will make that look beautiful. That's everything I could do for the games room thus far in this episode, because I need all the more 3D printed brackets for hanging stuff, controller stand for displaying controllers nicely. But what I need to get, which when they arrive, I'll just show them off in a video of the week they arrive in, so they'll be thrown in at the beginning of an episode, at the end. I don't know how I'm going to do it, but I'm going to put them into random episodes. My Extreme E car needs a bracket. My Guitar Hero controller needs a bracket that's going to hang up on the other 360 billy along the side. Get off the floor, it'll look nice for hanging up. Now I need to get the Wii U controller pad stand thing, so it's up at an angle, make it look better, nicer in the Galaxy unit. My Xbox One controllers, I need to get some 3D printed controller stands, so I did it on a nicer angle, displayed up, they look better facing you than I do laying down, so I need to get hold of them. But that is everything for this episode of the 360 Pursuit, where we've improved the look of the game room. So if you enjoyed this episode, don't forget to like this video, smash that subscribe button, and I'll catch you lot in the next episode of